Hello, welcome to Restoring Hope, a podcast created by the Missionaries of the Precious Blood. Today we have Father Berinti from Immaculate Conception Catholic Church in Melbourne, Florida, providing us with an inspirational beachside homily. Please enjoy.
As we approach the celebration of Mother's Day next Sunday, I'm quite frequently reminded, not so much in appearance, but more so in behaviors, that indeed I am my mother's son. Sometimes this brings me great comfort. And sometimes, well, let's just say, I could use a little more of my father, or for that matter, someone else's mother or father. A week ago, I mentioned in my homily that I'll never be labeled a hoarder, and I never will end up passing from this world only to have all of my worldly possessions be scavenged on an episode of storage wars. I am proudly a regular cleaner-upper and downsizer. I have come to see, aside from inheriting these traits from my mother, they are a way to make me feel like I have some control over things in this seemingly out-of-control world in which we live. So, as part of a recent campaign to give myself the impression that there are some things yet in this crazy world that I can indeed control, like my personal belongings, one afternoon I sat on the floor, holding in my hand both my high school and college diplomas. I immediately noticed the same thing about both of them, aside from the fact that the dates on them revealed a tremendous amount of aging has taken place. The cursive flourishes of my high school seminary principal, along with those of both the college president and academic dean, had all but faded into oblivion. Gazing upon those disappearing signatures brought to life for me what today we hear Jesus speaking about to his disciples. And that is our human struggle with impermanence. Now, even though many of us occasionally, I think, muse about breaking out from the chains of the so many routines which make up our days, sometimes starving to embrace the excitement of change and new experiences and people and opportunities for fresh beginnings, I believe that fundamentally we still wrestle with a root desire for something, somewhere, someone with staying power. Something that really endures. And when we do, deep in our hearts, we are echoing the same anguish and longing exhibited by those first disciples, who themselves were wondering, does everything, or for that matter, everyone, eventually just fade away? The key word in our account from the evangelist John today is the Greek word meno, which literally means stay, remain, dwell, abide. We all look for and need something, somewhere, someone with staying power in which to dwell, to abide. And I think at the deepest places of who we are, we ache to dwell and abide with something, someone that really lasts, that really matters. Today, once again, the Word of God grasps us by the hand and heart and leads us beyond our fears of impermanence to the only source of permanence. Jesus tells us that something, that somewhere, that someone is Him. Both the Acts of the Apostles and our first letter of Peter today reflect the permanence offered by the Lord when they speak about the growth of the household of disciples, built upon living stones with Christ as the cornerstone. And yet, in our many searches for permanence, truth be told, we have alternatives. We have alternatives from which to choose. There is always another somewhere, something or someone vying for our attention and shaping our lives. Thomas put it this way, "Master, how can we know the way?" with so many choices in front of us. It seems to me that the question for each of us ultimately becomes, who or what truly is my way, my truth? Who or what truly is my life? What or who is dwelling within, abiding within, staying within each of us that in fact may be leading us away from and not toward the abundant life that Jesus promises to bring? My friends, we need something, someone with weight, substance, and deep meaning in our lives rather than the superficial and fleeting fare this world continues to serve on a platter and which, unfortunately, at times we seem all too ready to feast upon. Signatures eventually fade. Jobs change. People move. Health slips away. Favorite creature comforts disappear. Friendships stretch, strain, and even dissolve. But my friends, today we celebrate Jesus Christ remains yesterday, today, and forever.